What's up, everybody? It's your boy Meme here. Today is the 14th of December. It's right here, where it intersects with the thing that says peanut free. Oh, it's a bear. It's the opposite of me. Yeah. Check out today's thumbnail. You know, I'm pretty proud with it. Typically, like, if you were to go look at all of my past thumbnails, a majority of the time they have a pretty large majority of the time they have a white on black color scheme. Like, typically the thumbnails are like in dark mode, and that's just, you know, it just when I started making my thumbnails, it just made sense for them to be black because they didn't used to be artistic. They used to just be the title of the video. And so I was like, you know, I just need to have text on a background. I might as well have white text on a black background because I kind of like a darker themed thumbnail. But, you know, they eventually became more and more artistic, and I got more and more into them. And so it just ended up being like a lot of my art is just kind of in dark theme, you know, and that's just how it worked out. But what that's resulted in is whenever I try to make a lighter thumbnail, I feel like it's never as good as my darker thumbnails because I'm kind of out of practice with like lighter color palettes. But I feel like this one really worked out, and I feel like it's mostly just because it's all I think it's mostly because it's mostly in black and white. There's actually quite a lot of blue in this thumbnail, and there's actually a little bit of orange and a gradient. But like the thumbnail is black and white, you know. Like I think I can you know, let's do a little test. Let me collapse all of my layers. Oh God. Yeah, so I could just invert it, and I could imagine. Yeah, so you can see how there's like a little bit of color here, but really, you know, it's a black and white thumbnail. Like, you invert it, and it's, you know, it's in black and white. You know, I mean, I could completely desaturate it. You know, here it is, actually black and white. Here it is not black and white. Like, they look the same. The sort of ice here is a little bluer, but you know. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I want to show you guys the work I did. Hold on. God, yeah, so this isn't a lot of code, but you know, I was doing my final assignments, which is just a bunch of labs, and the last lab was a little difficult, and I just want to show you guys my solution to it. Basically, I don't want to get the question exactly, but it was like, hey, like, we have this big long text file list of all of these menu items. And so the thing, and you know, each menu item is split by like the tab escape character. So the thing I did was I splitted everything by the tab escape character, and then I removed /n from everything. Like, at the end of every single thing, there was a /n, and I didn't want that just in the data set. So I kind of sanitized it by doing this, and I'm pretty happy with this, because as I would use slice notation, and slice notation is a lot of fun. And then I went through it, and then it was like, oh, only print stuff that's available. You know, the thing that matters is, let me show you guys. Yeah, so you would type like, wait, hold on, what's in here? Okay, so you would type food.txt, and then it would show you in this format, you know, everything that's like that. Or you could do, you know, food3.txt. Oh, that one's actually blank. That was one of the tests. Yeah, so that's like food 2, and that's, this is food 1, right? And so, it's just able to show you everything that's in stock, and I'm just happy with this. It used to enumerate a couple times. I don't know. This probably isn't the optimal solution, but I'm happy how I was able to do it. And it was like, oh, you're gonna have to look stuff up because it hadn't taught me how to access files before, and I learned to use open. And there was this like the first link I clicked on was like, oh yeah, the open thing. No. Read lines turns it into a big string, but it doesn't turn it into a string. It turns it into a list. So. It just lied. Like, I feel like a lot of that stuff is just like AI generated. It's kind of quite terrible. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I woke up at like 5:30 today, and I walked 4 miles on the treadmill, and then I walked to and from work. So I have quite a few steps today. Like altogether, I burned 1,500 calories, and I've walked 24,000 steps today. So I'm pretty, I'm happy with that, of course. But I walked to work, and I worked from 10 to 3, 10:30 to 3, and that went pretty well. It was like a super normal shift. Nothing too weird happened. I messed up a couple things, which is irritating, but I always strive to like never make any mistakes, and of course that's impossible because everybody makes mistakes supposedly, but I don't think that's a wrong thing to strive for. But it is true that a lot of the time in a lot of my shifts I don't make mistakes. Like sometimes I go through and I don't make a single mistake in my shift, and that's not an unlikely thing that happens. And so I feel like if I didn't have that mindset of like that I should never make a mistake at work, and when I do make a mistake it really bothers me, like I feel like if it didn't really bother me, I would make a few more mistakes than I would if I didn't really care about it, so what can you do? But yeah, well, what can you do? And even then I'm still the best person at till on work, like the person who, like, I primarily just take orders from people, and I think it's because it's all I do and it's all I can practice at, but I feel like for real, like I'm crazy at it. But yeah, that's it. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and yeah, see you, dude. I'm really happy with this thumbnail. It's really quite nice. Yeah, bye bye.